Hi everyone, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn reading. I'm Wendy from Pegasus Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. So we'll start off today with a Secret Traveler Oracle card, and we'll see what messages come through for this new moon in Capricorn. Oops, got a few cards come through there. We have Wise Leader, you are a beacon for others. Surrendering to the journey, release control. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. And reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. Wow, this feels like a journey as it is. It's a decision to take a leadership role because you know that you have earned your hard-earned wisdom. And you've decided, after healing yourself, you can share with others. It's time to share your wisdom with others. And a wise leader doesn't mistreat people. A wise leader uses their wisdom and compassion to guide others through their own light. They only lead people where they have walked. And there's a surrendering to the journey and releasing control even while leading others. We can't control them. We allow them to use the light to find their own path. So it really is a mentoring or a guidance, leading the way. But everyone's path may be slightly different. We might be perhaps next to each other, but we all have little detours. Surrendering to the journey, that there will be ups and downs and turbulent times. But the sun is a promise that there will be positive things ahead for us. And there's the light again, the beacon. It also indicates the hermit in the tarot, the hermit's going within to find your own wisdom as you're on your journey. And ascending the mountain, when things get a bit tough, sometimes it feels like there are big obstacles before us. But often when we get to a certain point, we're up higher and we can see better what's around us. There's more clarity. When you're in the thick of it and trudging through the hard parts, it's hard to have that clarity sometimes. But if we just put one foot after the other, we can trust that at some point we will get where we can see clearer, we can see better. Reaching your destination, that is the promise, isn't it? There's a castle here, whether it's a home, a happy family life, whether it's money and prosperity, or your journey is, that's what your goal is. And the path goes on past this. Your light is shining brightly. This is indicating to me that these orbs and these stars, that we have guidance while we're on our path, there is guidance for us with spirit guides, passed on loved ones, and they are just helping us, gently guiding us through our transformation, indicated by this butterfly here, and they're helping us to get where we want to go. So there's really quite a journey there. So we'll get some more cards and see what else wants to come through at this new moon in Capricorn. And the new moon is a time of renewal and of going within to reassess, to rest and recover, so that we have the energy to go forward with towards our goals or in our life as the moon energy waxes or grows towards full moon. So there has to be a time of rest and renewal and reassessing and planting seeds that we want to grow, whether it's projects or relationships or dreams. So what are the messages, please, during this new moon in Capricorn? So we have 55, the Father Gate, bold step forward. It's a lot about journeying here. And there's a big portal of natural rock formation and the light just pouring through. And there's another gate, and there's a gate here. These different chapters or stages of the journey. And you can see there's more further along towards the sun. So you just keep going, bold step forward, and trust that you will get there in the end, to reach your destination, whatever that may be for you. Watchers, transpersonal. More rock formations here, carved out. And I'm not sure if they look like crystals or feathers there, and the orb, again with the passed on loved ones or ancestors, spirit guides. And we've got an angel number 55 here. Oh, and we've got whale song 61. So we've got 60, 61 with progression resonating. And again, another orb, a circle of water and emotions. And the whale is singing a song in this circle of emotion. It's very expressive when you think of songs about emotion. And yet there's calm water down here. It's like layers of water. I feel like there's an expressive or a creative project that's incubating, that's in its seed form. And it might be quite a big project because it feels like it's a little bit daunting for you. But what do they say? What's that saying that the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time? It's just, which is a pretty terrible saying, but yeah, it's just instead of being overwhelmed looking at the mountains that are ahead of you, to just keep plugging away, to have a system or a strategy, and just keep taking steps and decide to go through the next section, take a pause, maybe at the new moon, at a gate, stepping into the next chapter, and just pause and rest and gather your energy, and then take another step through, and you'll keep going through the gates. And you'll have times where you get to pause and have clarity and see where you are, reassess where you are. And you will get to your destination. It feels very creative. It feels like there's a project that maybe it's come out of your life experiences. Maybe you're creating, whether it's songs or music or paintings or writing or even ceramics, something that's something that is very emotive and resonating, literally resonating. The sounds or the images are resonating with people. They will stay in people's minds. And we'll keep having impact even after people have stopped listening to the song or seeing the image. These creative projects have medicine for us and for others. And it feels like that's what's incubating here. So I'm going to get another card and see what other information comes through. I'd love to know what projects you're working on, what it is that is incubating or evolving at this new moon, and what inspired it. In perfect harmony, and that card wants to come out too. Tall tale. Well, it's interesting, I was talking about music, and there's angel number 11, which to me is manifestation and an important soul project or calling. And tall tale, I feel there are writers and musicians or singers watching this, and their projects are starting to activate within them. There's a creative idea that's incubating, that is evolving, that is starting to move within them, and it's creating its own energy. It's going to start, and it will prompt a journey for it to emerge. You've already been on the journey of healing from whatever the events or situation was, but then there's another journey of the birth of this creative project which communicates that journey and which will be a beacon for others. And you have support of spiritual team to help you, because it is deeply personal. And you get to choose how much detail you give for such a personal journey, because the energy of it will resonate. Even if you don't go totally specific with people, the energy of your journey will resonate, and your healing will resonate through what you're creating. It's very beautiful. So I'm going to look at this manifestation. We'll get a card from this manifestation deck, because I feel that you're on the beginning of manifesting this project into the world. I think you've created it, or you've seen it in your mind, or heard it, perhaps, if it's something that's music, etc. I'll just be interested to see what comes through. Find out a bit more about it. Oh, that's a bit much. Or is it? So we've got last quarter moon in Libra, make time for self-love. And now that is the new moon energy to me. That is, we're winding down. Yeah, we're winding down the energy to the new moon. And it's time to start going within and recollecting or regathering your energy and coming within yourself, finding balance again. So you're gathering the moon energy of your own and just staying in your own energy during the new moon. Very important, especially for creatives that can really feel these lunar energies. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. Reflect on your priorities again. That's a last quarter, and it is a time of rest and reflection. And that's when your ideas will evolve. It's not time wasted. It's very, very important time, especially in the creative process, where you dream. You allow yourself to dream. You allow yourself to explore what if I did this? What if this came through? What if I tried that? But you don't do it in a hustle energy. You do it in a rest and reflection. It's a drifting of ideas. And as your ideas drift and play, it's like a childlike play energy, they will evolve and become more firm. And then after you come out of the new moon energy, they will ignite and energize and move forward. And again, we have last quarter moon. Practice gratitude. In Sagittarius, practice gratitude. And that's really beautiful. That is a gathering back of your energy and taking stock of where you are. And even if it's not where you want to end up, you can still be grateful for where you are and be working towards something different. And then we have full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. And Scorpio energies, I'm a Scorpio sun, they can be quite intense and we like to go deep. And especially with creative projects like this, it really is going deep. Deep into emotions and healing. Deep into expression. Deep into your creative zone. Where you lose a sense of time and you lose a sense of what's around you and you're just in your creative energy. That's magic. It's like astral traveling even. It's just, that's really when you're in your genius and your magic. Breathe through the tension. So during those times where you're on a tough part of the journey, just to breathe through and know that the cycle is turning. The moon is always moving through the phases. So even though it might feel intense at some stage, it will come around again to the rest. And make sure you take that time to rest and renew, ready to have the strength to go back on your journey. So we might just get some tarot to clarify and deepen what we've got. What deeper messages do you have for us, Spirit, at this new moon in Capricorn? Yes, so we have the Page of Wands and the Four of Cups. And the Page of Wands is, it's a message of action, and so, but it's a beginning action, creating the foundation. So at the new moon, it's a good time to think about, like as I said, pause and reflect, but you might not be actively thinking about what your next actions will be, but it will come to you. Know that it will come to you, so you're not pushing for making decisions, but the actions will come to you. They'll be inspired because you're making space for that to come through. You're making space in your energy, and you're resting, letting it diffuse a bit, and the new ideas can come in. So it's refining your plans and refining your project. And it's spirit-led. It's not sort of forced by your own hard sort of energy or hustling energy. There's a time for that, but the new moon, it's more of a time that's a little more passive to receive ideas, receive what the actions will be. So even though this is a Wands fire card, it's the knowledge of what the action will be. And when the energy comes back and rises, then you can go forward with that action. And the Four of Cups, that's, for me, I often see this card as the inspired ideas, the inspirations coming into you. So you've been working on these, they're kind of lost their energy, those projects a bit. And then you get this new idea. It may or may not be time to act on it, but you can say, thank you for the idea. I might just park it for now, and I've got to finish one of these. It can be very distracting. A lot of creatives, or because we often see what we're creating before we create it, we see it finished in our mind a lot of the time. We become bored sometimes while we're finishing something, and we have a million unfinished projects. And then some shiny new idea comes in to our awareness, and it's very distracting. It's like, oh, shiny new idea. I've got to, these are boring now. But we can pause and just park it and say, okay, I'm going to choose one to finish. So I get that sense of accomplishment. Sometimes you'll think, I don't know that, I think it's served its purpose. I don't need to finish this one. But this one, yeah, I think it's important to finish it. And so you do. But you'll probably find while you're waiting for this inspiration to come in, you might get shiny new ideas as well. So just that we can gather our energy. Where was that card that was doing that? Here. Gather our energy. And just be aware of the shiny objects syndrome, and just write them down and have them. You might want to have like a book or something that you write down all your amazing new ideas, but so that you can complete what is really your heartfelt project that you need to finish in order to feel good about yourself. And that's part of the self-love too. So we might just get one more card from the Archangel Power Tarot. What message do the angels have for us at this new moon in Capricorn? We have Justice, and we have the Lovers, two major arcana. Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. And there's a lot of green here with heart healing. And I think that's very connected to your project here that you're working on. The power of love. And I think this journey you're on is a journey of self-love through your healing. And that's what you'll be able to share with others. And justice. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favour. Don't give up. There's the Justice card is about balance. And perhaps your project is about a social justice or a balance of power. I'd be very interested to see what your projects are. And there's a lot of fire energy in the sky in here. He's on a very strong pedestal there with these huge scales, which aren't balanced, interestingly. There's a big sphere and a smaller one, so perhaps your project is about evening that balance, about it being more just, more equal. So it sounds like it's a very powerful journey that you're on, a very important project that you're working on, and you will really need to gather your energy at this time. It's very important to take care of yourself and to have support networks around you to help you if you've got what feel like big mountains to climb. They don't always have to walk with you, but just to know that you've got a sounding board or some sort of support in place as you navigate this new terrain. So I'll leave it at that for today. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.